Welcome to Live, Let, Thrive, a podcast about the Airbnb life, the share economy, and everything in between. Here are your hosts, Micah and Steve.
Hello, hello, hello.
And welcome back to another exciting episode
Of Live,
Let
Thrive. What's up, Micah, man?
I am chilling, Stevie Stacks. How you doing?
Oh, excited to be back podcasting again. Episode 137 of your favorite Airbnb, VRBO, home away, share economy show in the world. And we have guests today.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
they
do.
found us, didn't they?
Yes, we have Leah and Jake from the in-between Texas. I have been bragging about them on the show. I've been talking about how they've used TikTok and Instagram to grow their following and get direct bookings, and we finally have them here. Episode 139, by the way.
Oh, shit. I did mess up. Episode 139. Yeah, and I'll do a quick bio on you guys, and then we'll hop right into it. Okay. In 2014, Jake asked Leah to dance at Cooter Brown Saloon. 6 months later, they got married at Botswana, moved to Australia, then moved to California. Then they decided to grow some roots and bought a small property in Concan, Texas. So they're all over the world. Flipped it around and turned it into the in-between, I-N-N. Get it? Get it? An eclectic glamp site near the Frio River. After 2 years in the business, they now have over 12,000 followers on Instagram, over 117,000 followers on TikTok, and are using their social media presence to grow their business and drive direct bookings through their website. And yeah, welcome Leah and Jake.
What is
Thank
up?
you.
Right, thank you.
Hi.
How you doing? It's finally good to just finally talk to you guys. So I guess the first question is, how did you do it? How did you get that many Instagram followers? How did you get that many followers on TikTok?
A combination of perfect timing, a lot of luck, and just using a lot of the marketing advice that I've gotten from all of the marketing podcasts that I listen to and the books that I've read. But I think the biggest thing was the timing. We got in semi-early. We got on TikTok in February. And it was kind of the perfect storm because that was right before COVID hit. So when we got on, there weren't as many people on. Everybody still thought it was for kids. Like, I don't want to get on TikTok. It's just for dancing children. But we went ahead and got on. Then COVID hit, and then everybody got on TikTok. So we kind of got a lot of fast growth, got some momentum, right when we first got on. Our second video got like 400,000 views. And then our maybe like 10th video got like 1.6 million views. We haven't had another million view video again because it's a lot harder to get seen now. But starting early, I think, was the biggest thing for us.
Wow.
Nice.
And how much is your clientele like direct bookings now?
Now, since we've got on it,
I'd say in the beginning, it's slowly ramped up. So in the beginning, it's probably like 40, 50.
and we just launched our website. Like,
Yes.
when we first got on TikTok, we didn't even have a website yet. We just were on Airbnb, but we launched our website like the beginning of summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our website's still fairly new. So it went from like 40, 50, and about midsummer, we jumped up to probably 70, 80-ish.
Direct.
So
And here's the best part. Those direct bookings, they are so excited to stay with us because they found us on TikTok. There's a thing about people on TikTok. We love it. We're proud. We're TikTokers. So everybody who finds us on TikTok, they make sure to tell us that. And there's like a little bit of hype there. So people are excited. So they're just happy to be here. They're excited. They didn't just randomly find us on Airbnb and then leave us a 3-star review because of one little thing they don't like. They're just happy to be here because they found us through TikTok. So
You guys have almost created an experience.
Exactly. It creates that positive experience before they even stay with us. They're like on the way here, just excited to stay in the TikTok house.
So that's Brandon right there. You listen to some good marketing podcasts. I'm going to have to pick some up off you.
Real quick, where is Botswana?
It's in Southern Africa, just above South Africa.
Oh, nice. How'd y'all meet there?
Yeah. So we met in Texas, but right before we met, I was going over there because that's where my best friend is from. And I was going over there. She's the only pediatric critical care doctor from the whole country. And she and I were doing some stuff together. And then he asked me to date him.
Swept her off her feet.
Yeah, swept me off my feet. Asked me to date him right before I was like leaving to go. And so then we decided to get married and got married over there because I was over there. But he was over here.
Dang, you traveled far for a woman. That's bold right there.
Yeah, by myself.
And you know, right?
No, well, I meant he traveled far for a woman. That's
yeah. Well, he said, so one day our whole relationship, we're so off topic, but our whole relationship was via Skype. And one day he was like, I made up my job, or I made up my mind, I'm quitting my job and I'm moving with you to Australia, because I was going to Australia after Botswana. So then I was like, well, then we should get married. Like, let's just get married. Like, he's quitting his job to move to Australia with me. We're going to get married. So we did.
Simple enough, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So then how long were y'all in Australia for?
We were there for about 3 months. And then we realized that she was going to Bible college there. And then she decided.
And then I dropped out.
It wasn't for her. And I had a hard time finding a job because I was an electrician by trade. So I was having a hard time trying to figure out the ropes on getting a job over there. So we were just kind of blowing through whatever savings we had mostly from our wedding, wedding gifts that we had right before we left. And then we just ended up saying, you know what, let's it's been a fun run. We've enjoyed it, but it's too dang expensive over here. Let's get back home. So
Sydney is expensive.
Yeah,
so expensive.
Yeah.
Wow. More expensive than Europe?
Oh, it was number one for several years. Number one most expensive place to live at the time we were living there. So I'm sure it's still up there, at least top 5 in Sydney. We were actually sharing an apartment with another couple and one of them was he was finishing his residency as a doctor, and then his wife was some kind of scientist. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we had to share an apartment with them, but they were cool people, so we enjoyed it, and we still keep in touch with them.
Oh, nice. So Concan, Texas. How did y'all decide on that place?
Concan. It's Concan. Yeah, Concan.
Oh, they call it. Okay.
Yeah. So Concan, if you're not familiar with Concan, most people don't know. But for whatever reason, if you're from Houston, there's a good chance you might know. But what Concan is mostly known for is Garner State Park. Garner State Park is what's the huge draw in the area, and of course with the river. So this area is really known for the summertime and coming out and trying to enjoy some the river. To the way it is in Texas, it gets hot. So
yeah, it's kind of it's a Texas tradition. A lot of people have grown up coming out here. Their grandparents used to come out here. Garner State Park is the most popular state park in Texas. And so the Frio River, just generations of Texans have grown up coming out here for their vacations. So we did. He grew up coming out here. I grew up coming out here. So when we were trying to figure out where we wanted to live, we thought Concan. There's hills. There's a river. It's beautiful. There's only 200 people who live here. I wanted to live in the middle of nowhere. So that's kind of how we ended up here and ended up in the rentals. We just wanted to live in Concan, and there's no work. There's no jobs here other than the tourism industry.
Yeah, and the only other option would have been like, okay, yeah, we can build a house and then have to commute an hour and a half to San Antonio, and we didn't want to do that. So that kind of, that entrepreneurial spirit came out, and we were like, you know what, let's get into the rental business. So that about 6 months we were living together in California, because I was actually in California a year before she moved up there. And spent 6 months with me up there. So the entire time I was looking at properties online, just trying to find something that we can make work. And
he found this one and showed it to me. I said, no. Oh no, absolutely not. No way. We have this beautiful vision of this place we're going to create. And that is not it. And he
Yeah.
was like, just look at the potential, look at what it can be.
Yeah.
So the next day after he found it, he was on a plane from California to Texas to come check it out. And we lucked out because it was so bad and it had such a bad reputation that none of the locals wanted it. And they knew how much work it was going to be. They knew how much it was going to take to turn it around. But we just had, high hopes and can put in a ton of sweat equity. And that's what we did.
And I think we were also probably one of the biggest parts was we were ignorant. We didn't know anything.
Super ignorant. We didn't know what we didn't know.
So
we didn't
which
know
is
anything.
a good thing because you can easily talk yourself out of situations or overthink them. Which is a common saying, paralysis by analysis. So that, thankfully we didn't go that route.
Yeah.
And we were just like, you know what, let's just do it. We were so hyped up about it and we're like, we just jumped in head first. And
it was the only one we could afford.
Started cutting trees.
That too.
And there's that. Yeah.
So describe the property. I mean, how the house and like how much land did it come with and stuff like that?
So it's 4 3/4 of an acre, acres. So part of it is roughly up on the hill. So I'd say 2.5 acres are set up on the hillside, and the rest of the 2 acres are kind of flat. And there's 2 cabins and 5 tiny homes that were on the property when we purchased it.
Whoa!
So. Yeah, it was a good deal.
How good was the deal?
It was less than half of the original asking price.
They were asking for, they were initially was listed at probably around 330. And then when we finally negotiated, we got it for about 170-ish.
Whoa.
So,
4.5 acres, 2 cabins, and 5 tiny homes for that. Man, that's
270?
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's no 170. He said 170.
So for
170.
what? They got any more deals out there?
No, we wish.
We wish. We're always looking, but real estate's so expensive out here. So we just got really lucky with that.
It was a blessing in disguise. I honestly don't know how no one had jumped on it.
Because it was a disaster. Yeah. I cried when the day that we signed that title. I was like, everything that we have is gone into this.
Yeah, because it was either buy our first home or this. So,
we live in one of the tiny homes.
Yeah.
Here we are.
That's cool. See, I'll burn the ships. Literally, burn the ships, and let's do this.
Yeah.
So you guys are house hacking. So you house hack pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So one of the first things we did when we got on the property is we cleaned one of them up just enough to where it can be livable, and we lived in it. And while we lived in it, it was Memorial Day weekend. Mm-hmm. We were working on the next one, so we got one of the units up Memorial Day weekend, and we got on Airbnb. We checked the availability for that weekend, and we noticed that there was nothing available. So we're like, you know what? Let's move out of ours, post it on there, and let's put this out.
We moved into one of the bad one. It was bad. We hadn't even touched it yet, and we moved in there.
Yeah.
And then just started working on that one as we lived in that one. Yeah. Kept the one we were living in rented for the summer, and just lived in one of the other ones. Got it up and running, and then just kind of moved around.
Yeah, it took us about every 2 weeks. We were getting another one ready. And then by the time the end of the summer came around, we were extremely burnt out by that time because we're cleaning, we're fixing up, we're dealing with guests, we're also started doing a little side hustle, selling some stuff out here from our place. So it was a ride.
But we survived.
I don't know how we survived that first summer because, and mind you, we live 30 minutes from the closest town that has a Walmart or HEB, which is a local grocery store. So
HEB,
a lot of the supplies that we use, HEB, my favorite store. We were having to go at least 30 minutes commute one way. to get supplies and stuff, and until we can finally get a good schedule down with our ordering online, Amazon and stuff. So
It was wild.
it was wild. Yeah.
Wild summer.
So that being said, just real quick, we hop all around on this show. Sorry for hogging the show, Mike. This is really cool stuff. But since the stuff's so far away, do y'all keep like a bunch of supplies on hand that if the people that are there want to rent something from you guys or whatever, or y'all make extra money that way, upsells?
We haven't, no.
Not that.
But we do keep, to answer your question, we do keep stuff on hand. And
Ice chests and stuff like that.
Mostly just stuff that we supply: toilet paper, paper towels.
Yeah, the local outfitters that rent tubes and stuff, they sell ice chests, and then there's a convenience store that sells like basic necessities. So we don't do that. We've talked about it if we ever have a little store. But the only thing we did kind of like that was we did have add-on packages for a while. But then that just became too much work. And in the summer, I have to go to HEB and 30 minutes away to go get flowers to put in the house. And so now we're trying to figure out a way to do add-on packages that's a little bit less work. Because our biggest issue that we run into out here, because we're so rural, is automating things with people. Like there's no people here to work. So we're lucky that we have a cleaner, but anything outside of that's kind of hard to get. So, I was the one in there decorating and putting up balloons and putting stuff up there. And it just became a lot of work. So we kind of stopped doing that. But that was the only type of thing that we were selling to our guests.
Yeah.
So okay. So you guys still do all the cleaning and everything, right?
No.
Okay.
Life-changing.
Yeah, cleaning.
Life-changing.
No, we haven't had to for about a year now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going on a year. So it's been really great.
Mm-hmm.
So you've outsourced all the cleaning. You're living for free, house hacking. So I'm assuming you guys probably travel a lot, right?
We tried to, yeah.
With COVID, it's been harder, but last summer so summer is kind of our peak season. That's when it's bonkers out here. I mean, it's like, 90 to 100% occupancy. It's crazy. Like people, there's just people. And in the summer, all the locals, you gear up for it. And so you just expect summer's crazy. Everybody's running ragged. Well, last summer, not this summer because of COVID, but last summer we took off in the middle of July and we went to Europe. And, it's because we had things kind of automated in a way that we could do that. We didn't have to be here. This summer was a little bit different. We didn't get to travel, but we will.
How far are you guys from Hunt, Texas?
Oh, that's
we're close. Hunt's
45,
nice.
45 minutes.
45? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have places in Hunt. And the only
really?
We were looking at Hunt.
Yeah. The only reason I knew you guys were close because you're off the Frio River. And when the people go down to Hunt, they always ask, can they park their boats or can they go down the river or like stuff like that? Can they go tubing? I was like, oh, and when I heard Frio River, I'm like, I know where that is. Isn't it off? I think Hunt is connected to that river somewhere down there, but
it's close by. But the Guadalupe River is the one that runs through there.
Yeah.
But still, Guadalupe, Frio, and the Comal are very popular floating rivers.
Yeah, floating rivers. Yep.
Yeah, Hunt's nice though.
Yeah, I saw I remember when Texas decided a month after COVID said, okay, COVID's over, everybody just go back to normal. And then they showed the Guadalupe River, it was just packed full of tubers. And then Austin was just packed, all the bar, everything was going crazy because everybody's, we're back to normal. And then, COVID spiked like crazy. So they shut everything down again, and they shut down the river. Did they shut down the Rio Frio?
So the rivers, this is kind of where it was a little tricky. The rivers weren't ever shut down. It was the tubing outfitters couldn't rent out tubes or kayaks. So if you brought your own, you could get in the river. There's, the river's like public land, state owned or what, I don't know how it works, but the rivers weren't closed. So when that happened, we got calls from our guests freaking out, like the river's closed. I need to get out of Houston. You don't understand. I'm tired of seeing the same people every day. Like I got to get out. And we were explaining to them, the river's not closed. You just, you have to social distance, keep your distance from people. And it's a huge rural area. You can space out. And so people came, things definitely after that, there weren't as many people coming, not like it was, but there still was a ton of people out here. But you're in the middle of nowhere. You can space out as much as you want.
And see, and I think where you guys are is probably a plus because I know a lot of people are running from the big city. Like, hey, I'm trying to get out of Austin. I want to get out of Houston. You know, going
Yeah.
to the middle of nowhere. That's perfect.
Yeah.
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 That's what was happening.
It's still happening.
Which is still and yeah, we went from in March when it started, middle of March when it hit, to we lost all our bookings for the next 6 weeks after that.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't keep any money. We just gave everything back because like then we were just trying to figure it out just like the rest of the world. And we really live pretty minimally.
But we thought this year we're not going to make any money. Summer's gone. We're going to live on beans and rice.
We're like, you know what? We're fine. We're familiar with Dave Ramsey. We know how to live that way if we need to. So it went from that mindset to like once May 1st, I think kind of probably a little bit before they opened up state parks, and it's been like crazy ever since then. We've never had a year this great before. So, and it's still trickling outside of, this is primarily a summer tourism place. So, being that we still have people, after September still coming, pretty consistently, it's pretty great for business. So, and we're just trying to get as much as we can.
I think it was the perfect storm of COVID and TikTok and those two things together. Because then, when we blew up on TikTok, then 100,000 people who can't go to Europe this year, they can't go on cruises, they can't go to Disney, need somewhere to go. And the majority of those people that follow us are in Texas. And so they were, remembering us. I saw you on TikTok and we're going to come. And so it kind of was those two things together.
And a third one being that we're in the rural area
and people
get to flock out of the cities. So.
Yeah. So that's kind of how we've had the best year that we've ever had. Last year, I think we've doubled our occupancy for this month. And, we're in a predominantly summer, like after Labor Day, it's dead out here. You have 90 days to make, 90% of your income. And we're, at like 60% occupancy right now in October in Concan.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's crazy.
It's hard. I don't know. It's hard to believe if you've ever operated out here. That's those numbers are hard to believe.
Yeah. Last year it was 30% for October was what we were at.
Ooh,
now, have y'all thought of ways to like bring up the occupancy in the down season? Maybe like add some hot tubs and some fire pits or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hot tubs is one of the options that we have thought about. It's just trying to find the right spot and the logistics of it, like who's going to take care of it. Because, you if you're going to have an amenity like that, especially with COVID, you seriously got to think about the maintenance that it's going to require to maintain it. So we haven't really, we're trying to find someone who can kind of be the maintenance person. And if we have a maintenance person, because right now that's kind of me right now. So I kind of do all the maintenance outside. So, and I'm trying to get away from working in the business. So like as y'all mentioned before, previously, that's my goal. I'm trying to get out of working in the business and more on it. So, that's so before we add more work onto me, I'm trying to get out of it, and then until we can kind of more automate it and find someone who can do all that stuff, and then we can put it on them, and then make up for that by increasing prices on the off season.
I like the way you do business. Automated.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, go ahead.
I say, yeah, for sure. I mean, y'all got it. Well, I know, I'm assuming y'all are both in big cities, but I know Steve's in Dallas, and Mike, I'm not sure where you're at, maybe Arkansas.
No,
but y'all have more.
Texas.
Oh, okay, good deal. So y'all have more access to automation, technology and stuff. People, really, people is like that's the most precious resource, or most out here.
There's 200 of us who live out here, and the majority of the median age is like 72. So everybody's retired in their 70s. Nobody's looking to do hard labor out here because they don't have to. They're all retired.
Yeah.
I have a similar. Now, my places in Arkansas are very, very similar to that. Because the people who do, like one of my cleaners, she's my age, and then the rest are really, she's really my only cleaner right now. But I have that same issue in most, and Arkansas is technically considered a retirement state. So, but I'm gonna tell you, those retired people, there's some good cleaners, though. I'm telling you, bro, they ain't got nothing else to do, man.
That's
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
We have one. He's a guy. He's like 70.
Rudy. I was about to say shout out to Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy. He's
74.
man, but he's like 100 miles an hour. Go, go, go.
He could run circles around us. He's the one that when we go out of town, he'll water my plants and feed our animals. And
So
shout out to Rudy.
Yeah.
I like him. Rudy be getting his hustle on his old man. What's up, man? Live
So-
life.
So how many?
Unfortunately,
Oh, go ahead.
I was unfortunately he's gonna be moving soon. So yeah,
Hmm.
we're gonna miss him.
So how many people? How many guests that have come there are saw you on TikTok? How many are TikTok guests? About.
At least 70%.
Damn.
Those are we don't get to. That's an estimate, but because we don't get to really interact with the guests all the time. But the ones that we do talk to, they're like, "Oh yeah, I saw you on TikTok," and they're either tell us in person if we see them on site, or they'll tell us through messaging, text message or email whenever they do the booking. So whether that's through our direct booking or Airbnb.
And our website went down for a couple of weeks. So our TikTok people were having to book through Airbnb.
Yeah.
So that happened. That kind of took down but they still found us on TikTok, but our website was having some issues.
I have a question about your direct booking website. Like, okay, I'm going to tell you an issue I'm having. I'm going to see if y'all have solved it yet. So when you get a direct booking, is it more manual processes on your end, like having to set up door codes or things like that, or is it automated for you?
So our check-in process is, when they book, I send them a text message with booking information, address, and then with the way we have a self check-in process.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever we know guests are coming in, we'll leave the doors unlocked for them. That way, make it easy. We're on site all the time, and if for some reason we're not going to be here, we'll lock it. We'll give them a key code to the lockbox. So we can't really rely on a Wi-Fi keypad because of where we're at. The Wi-Fi is not the connection is not good, so and reliable. So we have to go back to the old school lockbox. The little scroll combination. So we'll leave the key in there, and we have to make sure that they see the message saying that we're going to leave the key in the lockbox and where the lockbox is at. And then once we can confirm that they know where it's at and they got the information, then we know we're good and we can step away from the property.
I don't think it's been more work, but I handle the Airbnb bookings. He handles the website bookings, but I don't think it's been more work dealing with website people.
Yeah, see, and how y'all's is set up, because you're in a rural town. It ain't just people just flocking through there. You could easily just leave your door unlocked, right? That's perfect. I like that. Then you have your lockbox for backup. That's actually perfect.
Yeah.
So how do you utilize TikTok to promote? I mean, what kind of videos are you making? What gets these people like, wow, these guys are cool? And explain your whole TikTok process. I know nothing about TikTok.
Yeah. So the biggest thing with TikTok is, I try to provide as much value as I can to people. So I started off, the first videos that I did that kind of took off were just about the Frio River, because a lot of Texans like the Frio River. We're proud of it. Our beach is not necessarily the prettiest, but we have a river, and we're proud of it. And so I was making videos about, like, there was one trend and it was like Texas check, and then the song came on about Texas, and most people were using that that song to show like Buc-ee's and Whataburger and HEB and like your typical Texas stuff. Well, I did an entire Texas Trek video about the Frio River, and nobody else was doing Frio River stuff yet. So that one really took off. And then the video that got like over 1 million views, that was when I painted one of our houses. So for COVID, I was going crazy because we were losing all the money. He was super chill about it. I was like freaking out. And so I decided to paint one of our tiny homes rainbow just to keep myself calm and just to keep myself from going crazy. And I made a little TikTok about it, and it got 1.5 million views. So then that's when things really started to change, because on Instagram, all of the content that I post that was really taking off, it was always about the river, but not about us. What TikTok changed for us was that it took it from just being about the river and people liking my videos and following us because of the Frio River, but people being like, oh, this is a cool spot. I like this place. So now I'll do a mixture. Sometimes I'll post videos about the Frio River, about, you know, where to eat when you come to Concan, the best restaurants to eat at, stores to shop at. Sometimes I'll do Frio River pro tips, like bring water shoes, because if you don't, your feet are going to be cut up from the river rocks. And if you wear flip-flops, they're going to break. And just all this information and knowledge that I have from living here as a local, I'll just post that stuff. And then post a couple TikToks about our houses and be like 5 super cute tiny houses to stay in Concan, Texas, or, you know, fall getaway. And I'll be like, you know, here's a fall getaway, 1.5 hours from San Antonio. And I'll put, you know, pictures of Garner State Park, and then I'll put kayaking, and I'll put campfires, and then I'll sprinkle in a few of our houses and be like, and stay in a rainbow house. So I'm kind of making this little commercial for us that's not too salesy. It's not just like, look at our house, stay with me, but it's about like, look at this experience that you can have.
Now you're going to get excited about this, but now translate that to if you were living by the Cowboys Stadium.
Oh yeah, this is what I said. I think when I first was telling Mike about TikTok. So for example, if I had, I know Arlington's weird with the laws, but if I had a house right by Cowboys Stadium, right? If I had a condo or an apartment right there, I would make a TikTok account solely dedicated to the Cowboys. And I would be saying, check out this bar. When you go to the Cowboys game, this is the bar you want to go to after the game. This is where you're going to park. You're going to park over here. So then you can walk over here, and here's a shuttle. Like all these little tips and stuff. I would be making videos about that. And then ever so often be like, oh, and check out this house. This is the best place to stay at. And you set yourself apart as a guide. You are their guide to the Cowboys game. You are their guide to the Rangers games or whatever. You're the guide. So I, through TikTok, have tried to set myself up as the guide to the Frio River, the guide to Concan.
Yeah, that's a basic template.
And a lot of people, you know, we sell, he kind of mentioned it, but we sell mangonadas out of a school bus. And a lot of people will come into the bus and be like, yeah, I've checked out this place, I checked out that place, I checked out this place, all because of your TikToks. And they're buying from us too. And so we're supporting the local economy and giving business to everybody else in our area. But we want people, when they think of the Frio River, we want them to think of us, because the other businesses out here, they've been here a long time. They have the name, they have the river frontage. We're just these little bitty guys with some tiny homes on the side of a highway without even having river frontage. So we have to kind of set ourselves apart, you know, as something. So we give a lot of information. So that's kind of the video.
I love it. I love it. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
That was a gem. The people
Game
that are in
changer.
Arlington Entertainment District, that's a gem right there. That was a,
And, no, well, that's
a
just
jewel.
an example, though, because
Yeah,
I heard
definitely.
it. I heard that because I have a house close to the stadiums, but you know you can't do it in that area anymore, or whatever. But what I'm hearing is like my Dallas condo that I just put up. It just went live today. You know, I was like, man, I could do that. I can go to the sites in Dallas. You know, the JFK sites, this site,
Mm-hmm.
and then say, oh, by the way, while you're here, stay at my condo. You know, blah
Mm-hmm.
blah.
Mhm.
That's what I
Yeah.
see. You're kind of like you're tagging yourself, or you're tagging that. You know, the big tag, and then you're the little
Mhm.
tag. You know, I don't know. I just all these ideas.
And then the great part about it is that sometimes those businesses that you tag, they'll repost your content. You're creating a free advertisement for them. So they repost it. Because when we started, our Instagram, our social accounts were smaller than a lot of the stores out here. but we've been super consistent with it. And sometimes they'll repost our stuff, they'll shout us out. And now our accounts have grown in crazy ways. But yeah, you create that content, they shout you out, and it, double advertisement for you.
Shouting out businesses, that's a good one. Woo, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I gotta make a damn TikTok now.
And here's another thing we're kind of coming to find out is a lot of people on TikTok, they're pretty impulsive. So they will pull the trigger like that on, that's what we've come to find out. And talking to
they find us on TikTok, and then they're calling us trying to figure out how to book. There's something we had a content creator stay with us, and she's a TikToker. She's big on Instagram too. And she stayed with us. We did a little influencer exchange or whatever. And she was saying that, and we noticed that. And she said that people on TikTok are super impulsive, and they're going to click that buy button if you're selling a product, or they're going to go to your website and try to book quicker than on Instagram. I don't know why, but in our experience, that's been the case. In her experience, that's been the case. And she's worked with a whole lot of brands. She worked with Whataburger. So she's big time. But she said the same thing, that people are just impulsive on TikTok. Maybe that's short.
And here's a thing, which is kind of sucks for people who have big followings on TikTok, because they can't leverage it because brands don't know. But what brands don't know, that people on TikTok are impulsive. So they just hear of TikTok, and if you try to approach them to work with them, they don't think the value. They don't have a lot of value on it. They think Instagram and Facebook are where it's at. But I feel like they're dropping the ball on TikTok.
And because of that, a lot of marketers, they haven't figured it out yet. Like, a lot of people have not figured out the monetary value of TikTok. So as a small business, it's a lot easier to put your content out in front of people. And the beauty of TikTok is the algorithm. The algorithm of TikTok is not on any other platform. The closest is Instagram Reels. But what it does, so Instagram actively suppresses your content. When you post your picture of your house, Instagram suppresses it. Maybe 10% of the people that follow you will see it. So 10% are seeing that. TikTok, on the other hand, the algorithm pushes it out. So they push it out, and if people engage with it, if they like it, it pushes it out again. If those people engage with it and they like it, it pushes it out again. So TikTok is constantly pushing your stuff out. That's how you can have a video where you can have no followers and have a viral video. But that's impossible on any other platform except for Instagram Reels. Instagram Reels is pretty good too. So one thing that I do is I'll take all of my TikToks that do okay, and then I just download them. I post them to Instagram Reels. I've had 2 Instagram Reels hit over 100,000 views. This is my Instagram content that maybe will get, like, I don't know, on a good day, like 100 likes on an Instagram picture. Instagram Reels, I'm getting 100,000 views. So Instagram Reels is where it's at. And you just take your TikToks, post it to Instagram Reels, publish it in your feed, and then you're double dipping and getting eyes on both platforms. When we started TikTok, our Instagram had 3,500 followers, and now we're at 13,000. A lot of that's because of TikTok and Instagram Reels, because TikTok followers, some carried over to Instagram.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's next level. That's what you're supposed to do, though. It's funny because Gary Vee says the same thing all the time. He goes, just put content out there. Content. Put it out. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
And that's what they did.
Once you've put stuff out there, you see what sticks, and then you see what works, and then just create more of that, because that's what people want to see from you. So I experiment a lot. Sometimes I have stuff that flops. I have a TikTok right now that maybe has like 500 views, but I just have to experiment, and I have to try things to figure out what works and what people want to see. But you have to create content that has value. The biggest thing is just providing value of some sort to people, and not just look at my place, look at me, but providing multiple levels of value to people.
And then you throw in your
you sprinkle it with you.
Now is TikTok just like short videos, or how long are the videos?
Yeah, so you can do 15-second or you can do 60-second, but shorter usually works better. Not too short, like the ones that I've done that are maybe 5 or 6 seconds, those don't really do well, but 10 to 15 seconds. So it's fast, it's quick. And the format that I use for most of my videos is I'll like get a bunch of maybe like 4-second clips, maybe of the river, of one of our houses, of a close-up of one of the plants on our property, and then I throw it all together with the song. It takes me maybe 30 minutes total to make it, and then put it out there, and then people either engage with it or they don't.
So you said the TikTok crowd is more impulsive. Like the ones who come in through TikTok who stay with you, what's their demographic? Age? How old are they? Like,
it's a mix. I would say predominantly maybe millennials.
Yeah.
We have a 21 and up booking policy. But here's the thing. Now people will say, I don't want to get on TikTok. It's just for kids. And there's a lot of young people on TikTok, but there's also a lot of older people on TikTok, a lot of millennials and older on TikTok. But those kids, wherever they want to go for vacation, mom and dad are going to take them. So if my TikToks are blowing up with 15 and 16-year-old kids, I'm okay with that because mom and dad are going to take them wherever they want to go. And why do parents go to Disneyland? It's not for the parents, it's for the kids. You're taking the kids for an experience. So when that 16-year-old that doesn't want to go on any family road trip, that doesn't want anything to do with the family because they're too cool, finds a TikTok and says, Mom, I want to go stay in this house, they ring them. And we've had parents tell us that. They said, my kid was scrolling through TikTok, they showed me this, and I booked. And one family even booked all 5, or they booked 6.
5.
They booked 5 of our houses out of the 6 that we had available. They brought grandma and grandpa, they brought all because the teenager saw our TikTok.
Yeah.
wow.
And we've had several stay with us where they were staying with us because their kids saw it and they wanted to bring them for their birthday or celebration. And then we even had one that we know of. This lady said that she's booked with us because she saw her kid was looking at it. And then she got hooked on it and started looking at all our TikToks and was like, you know what, let's go here. So they booked with us, and then they ended up coming, and we talked to them whenever they came. So they told us a story. So yeah, it's TikTok, man. That's where it's at right now.
So I'm just wondering, how you gave us the advice about the Cowboys, Cowboys Stadium, the restaurants and stuff. So how you would do it? You'd personally go to like one of the restaurants over there and then just film in front of it, or how would you do it?
Yeah, we call it what do we call it?
We call it content gathering. So we'll go out together. And it's fun. It's almost like a little date. And we'll go eat at a restaurant, or we'll go go down to the river, drive around and get pictures together. And we do our little content gathering dates and just have a lot of fun and then make TikToks. Yeah. So you could get the family together, go out and check out new places.
Get little snippets of
but
all
you're
the
getting
places.
A little bit of work done, but with mainly play.
Wow.
That's dope. That is dope. I see, one of the issues I was running into with TikTok is I'm not near my Airbnbs. My Airbnbs are all the way in Arkansas and I'm here, but I'm like, I could get like my niece to go do that, So I'm thinking about doing that. Just, hey, whenever you're out, show them this on TikTok. Okay, I like this. Yeah. I like this. This is informative. Wow.
So now,
and one more thing, and then I'll stop. The other thing is that with TikTok, it doesn't have to be super high quality. It doesn't have to be this massive production, with everything perfect. That's Instagram. TikTok is messy. TikTok is, it can't be blurry. People have to see what's going on, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So you could give it, your phone to your niece, tell her to put this all together. She could get you a whole bunch of content. You don't need, professional team. There's not that pressure for things to be so perfect and put together. That's the Instagram world.
Nice. I mean, we all saw the Dogface 208 video, right? You know, the dude skating on the skateboard with the cranberry juice, and that he's gonna get rich from all that crap, man.
It's crazy.
I saw a TikTok commercial with him.
With him, he's on
during
TikTok.
one of the football games.
He's in all the commercials now, man. And then even the Fleetwood Mac people were in the commercial with him. I was like, God, no.
Yeah,
It's
Gary
crazy.
V inspired him. He said it was Gary V. Told him post content.
Yeah.
A little 15 seconds.
That's how one of the reasons why we started a TikTok is
Gary V said so.
Yeah,
so we did it.
That dude's a true influencer.
Now, how scared or paranoid were y'all whenever the president was threatening to shut down TikTok?
I would go back and forth of like, that's not going to happen, like whatever. And I would feel so confident, like, whatever. And then I would have my moments of like, what are we going to do? We're going to lose everybody. But I just kept listening to kind of like the TikTok gurus, and they were cool as cucumbers. They kept saying, it's going to sell, like, it's not going to get banned, not going to happen. And I just kept listening to them and praying that they were right. But worst case scenario, it did get shut down. We got, hundreds of direct bookings that we now have their emails. We've had a lot more people subscribe to our email list on our website from TikTok, and we definitely grew our Instagram, and Instagram's not going anywhere. So, overall, like we still have all those people that found us, that even if we lost TikTok, we still have access to people, and we put our name out there, and people at least have heard of us.
And most importantly,
we don't want it to go anywhere. We
made a lot of money from it, so we were like, well, it was a good ride.
Yeah, it was a good ride. We made some money.
Is that what made y'all think about hopping onto that Instagram Reels because of that?
Yeah, so when they first launched Reels, I checked it out. I was like, this is stupid. It's not like TikTok. It's not the same. It's not gonna work. But then I just started playing around with it and just posting my TikToks to Reels, because I thought if TikTok goes anywhere, we need to up our Instagram game. So yeah. And mainly I was just curious about it, and trying to figure out how to make it work. TikTok, sorry.
Oh, how cute.
She jumped him.
He's a TikTok star.
Like, man, I know Mahogany, my wife's gonna want to hear about this, because she's real big into Instagram and fitness and stuff, and like she grows her Instagram. But that TikTok and Reels, I definitely got into the real thing.
Yeah. And she's focused on like health and workouts. Is that what primarily her business is? Or?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know if there's somebody already doing that on TikTok, but
there's room for everybody. That's the beauty of TikTok, is there may be somebody doing what you do, but they're not doing it the way that you're going to do it. And like, I just ended up the other day, I was scrolling through TikTok, and like this video popped up of like people who collect bricks, and they like bricks, like house bricks. And they have brick swaps, and they all bring their bricks, they lay them on the ground, and then they take the brick. And anyway, I was like, how did I end up on like brick collecting TikTok? But I did. And here I was, and I'm watching it, and I watched it like 3 times. So whatever you're into, like whatever you do, there's people that are going to watch it, that are going to engage with it, that, there's an audience for it. So that's what I've been telling everybody, get on TikTok.
She hasn't. It's a niche.
Yeah.
So I see. What I was nervous about getting on it. I've seen a lot of guys at work that are kind of addicted to it. All they do is all day long TikTok, and I guess it follows it. So if you start, it notices your patterns. So if these guys like looking at pretty girls, it's just gonna feed them pretty girls all day, right? Is that how it works?
The algorithm.
Yeah, and that, as from a consumer perspective, is a little scary, right? Because the algorithm is so fine-tuned that it's going to constantly put what you want to see in front of you. So it's highly addictive. From a marketer standpoint, from a small business standpoint, it's literally putting the people that want to see what you have to offer right in front of you. over and over and over again. Your stuff is being pushed to them and you're not having to pay for it. You're not having to pay for the ad. It's free for now. That'll change, just like Instagram changed. Instagram used to be that way. It's not anymore. So that's the beauty of it from a business owner standpoint, is that the people that you want to see your content are going to see your content.
It's crazy because I don't know if you guys have seen Social Dilemma yet on Netflix.
Yeah.
That was 100% how good TikTok is. Like, hey, this person's doing this. Hey, don't lose him. Flip the switch so he comes. It was crazy. But like, I swear, because when I'm on TikTok knows exactly what you want. Because when I'm on TikTok, nothing but real estate stuff comes up. Hey, this is how to do BRRRR. This is lenders. And I'm like, what? But it's because they know that I'm into it, because that's what I sit there and scroll through. So like Steve, if you wanted to scroll through podcasts or if you want real estate stuff, it'll just hit you with it all day. It's almost like it knows what you're thinking. It's crazy.
It does.
It hooks you. It hooks you.
Yeah.
But
that was the intent of the design behind the platform. So
exactly
that and YouTube. So I mean, really any of them, I guess. But I'm primarily on YouTube, so same thing happens to me on YouTube. Like whatever I'm most likely interested in and clicking on stuff that's similar to it, content that's similar to it, will start popping up.
Exactly.
Do y'all make YouTube content too, or no?
No, we've talked about it, and we probably should have from the beginning, because that would have been it would have been like a long form of TikTok, where people could have been following us along throughout the whole process, and we captured some content, but didn't get to really make a YouTube channel the way we wanted to.
Here's your first YouTube video. How to use TikTok to explode your Airbnb rental business.
Oh,
yeah.
That would hit. Just simply saying how to always hit.
Yeah.
And if you said how, that would hit. That would hit.
Yeah. And there's really not, that I know of, really anybody in this industry that's using TikTok in the way that we are, which is so surprising because it's such a gold mine. But
I'm going to. I'm signing up right now.
Yeah. Just don't get hooked. But when you get on, so I guess you're not on already. When you get on, before you put anything out there, watch some videos, look at what other people are doing, because there's definitely a culture on TikTok. Instagram has a culture. The Instagram culture is perfect and flashy, and that's the culture of Instagram. TikTok has a culture too. And so watch some videos and see kind of what people are doing.
I never thought I fit good on Instagram. I'm trying it, and I'm just learning about the stories thing. I'm slow. But I think this TikTok thing, man, I think I'll probably like it a lot better.
Yeah.
TikTok is next level. Yeah, it's next level with the content. Like, however they fine-tuned it, like it's almost like it knows what you're thinking. I don't know, Steve, if you've seen Social Dilemma yet, but it's
not yet. I heard about it.
Man, it's
crack.
Yeah, man. You like, man. I ain't gonna lie, I had to delete Facebook from my phone after I watched that. I'm like, damn.
I wonder how many people did that, because I did the same thing. I deleted my Twitter, my Snapchat. The only thing I have is YouTube. So, but they're still getting me on there. So I don't know. I just minimized the damage. So,
so a couple more questions about your place, about y'all's place. Y'all plan on doing like wedding events and stuff there?
We talked about it, but this is just not the ideal spot. And then then we always go back to like, man, who's gonna run it? We would have, that's another person we're gonna have to find. But if we really wanted to, which I think the more we looked into it, the more we realized, it's probably not worth it, the trade-off, because we heard some stories, just talking to other people who have ran wedding venues. Some of the stories they have, you got to deal with the brides, and everything has to be perfect on their wedding day. So, yeah, I don't know. We were actually that was one of our ideas that we were going to be trying to move forward with after the first year that we moved here. And then we just kind of put that in the back burner.
I have a TikTok wedding there, though. You thought it'd just blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was asking about the rainbow house. Did How did that hit with the LBGQ community? Does that hit pretty good?
It hit, and I was just painting it, just to kind of go with a certain color scheme, and that wasn't intentional, but I'm not opposed to it at all. And I was so surprised on TikTok. So on TikTok, there's all these little like niches of communities, right? Like anything in the world. There's plant TikTok, there's millennial TikTok, there's everything. Well, there's a subset in TikTok called cottage core. And cottage core is like a large, they call it like cottage core lesbian TikTok. And our rainbow house video took off there, and everyone was like, I want to bring my girlfriend. I was like, come on over. So yeah, it really took off on and cottage core lesbian TikTok, which makes sense because we grow plants and, grow our own fruit. And that's part of the cottage core. It's kind of like going back to this like old timey way of living of like having plants and growing food and making your own bread. And, it's very kind of like cottagey grandma vibes. And that's what cottage core is about. And so our house took off there, and yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, now you can get into other areas. That is smart.
You gonna do any more themed houses?
Yeah, so all of our houses are kind of thematic. So the rainbow house is actually called Hippies and Cowboys, and we have another one called Wild and Free. I have another one called the Cozy Cactus, the Greenhouse, the Thumma Cottage, and the Louise Cottage. So we try to take our decor and our vibe and just push it as over the top as we can, so that it's very eclectic, very colorful. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I don't know a lot about TikTok, but I hear people say, "Oh, you got to have an IG wall, a place where they could, people could take pictures, tag it on IG." Is there like such thing? You have like a TikTok wall or something like that?
We don't have a TikTok wall, but we try to make the whole place like TikTokable. But what we do to really encourage that is we have ring lights in all of our houses. So are you familiar with ring lights?
Oh,
that's what everybody uses.
I got one.
Watch, let me show you. Yeah, me too. I was about to say like, ring light. It makes all the difference.
Yep.
And that's what and it has the little thing to hold your phone. So they can set, and it's on a tripod. So they put their phone in it and they can make TikToks in our houses. And some people they can also take selfies to post on Instagram. But yeah, we put ring lights in all of our houses.
That is cool. I never thought of that, but I guess it is the IG TikTok generation right now, right? Those are the ones that are traveling. They want to show everybody how badass they're doing, and how they're traveling. Yeah. Might as well get a good lighting for them.
Yeah. We want to make it as easy as possible for them to market for us.
I love that
because they're gonna they're gonna be posting stuff on TikTok or Instagram. Mm-hmm. So back in April, I think it was, Leah decided to get some tripods for us. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So she bought one tripod ring light for each unit, and then we were gonna go buy another one. They were like $20.
Yeah, after COVID hit and everybody got on TikTok, ring lights, the exact same ones that I got were like double the price. It was crazy.
So
crazy.
Everyone started getting.
But everybody wants ring lights because everybody's making TikToks.
Yep.
I remember that because I before COVID, I was actually thinking of, because right now I'm just using the computer camera or whatever. But I was thinking of, because we got our podcast, we're doing videos and stuff like that. I was thinking of getting like a decent webcam. Man, there was nothing. Every single store was sold out of webcams. There was like a 3-month waiting list on Amazon for a webcam, wow. And and another theory, there's a lot, they said a lot of girls had to make money online, so they were buying up all this stuff too. That's what I heard
webcams, like I think webcams, ring lights, home gyms, all that. Home gym stuff still sold out. You have to literally get on like Facebook Marketplace for that. Yeah, those are the things that took off during COVID. Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah,
podcast.
Some crazy times.
Yeah,
it's crazy, but that's cool. I mean, it's funny how we hear that story so much, that everybody lost all their bookings, and all of a sudden now people can't leave the country. They can't go to Cancun. They can't go. They're all staying around here, and everybody's booking just shot right back up. Everybody was panicking, paranoid, going crazy. Ready to sell everything. And then y'all hung in there with that, with that chill mentality, and then it all came back in spades. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, we were just in a good position, following Dave Ramsey's principles. We were all debt free, and we didn't have any debt. So, and we don't have kids, so we just pretty much were living on a couple $100s of groceries a month because we don't. It's just the two of us, so we really didn't have any expenses. And we always had a good fund saved up just in case. So, we were ready. We were in a perfect, situation to kind of ride the storm out for several months if we needed to. And
I still panic though, because that is what I do.
Yeah, I'm the more calm one. And
it's a good balance.
I have to calm her down. Yeah, we balance each other out.
Yeah.
Calm. There you go. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
That is cool. So, where can folks find y'all?
TikTok.
On TikTok.
Yes, so we are. Our dog has something to say. We are at the INN between TX, and we have the same username on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We're most active on TikTok and Instagram, but we can be reached on any of those platforms.
Or just come out to take a drive to Concan, Texas.
Yeah, and look for the Rainbow House. You can't miss us.
Yeah.
And I do tell people follow them because I follow them all the time, and because that's actually how we met. I think on Instagram, right? I was just scrolling, and I started going through their TikTok. I was like, dang, got a lot of followers. Yeah, it was like in how they go into their houses, take like these videos of their houses, what's the offer in the neighborhood. Man, it is legitimate. They mastered it. I would say that. Definitely check them out.
How about, would you ever make like a teepee on your land?
We actually have little teepees.
Made out of pallet wood, not real wood.
Oh, wow.
So our teepees we made them, and they were very simple. There's like the base is a pallet, and then we just got 4 pieces of like 2x2 coming from each corner to make the structure. And then we lined it with pieces of wood on the walls. But the unique thing about the teepees is Leah's friend came in and did a residency with us. And she painted those pieces of wood as part of one of her art deals. So
and they're playhouses, not for people to stay in. They're playhouses for kids to play with, and for moms to take pictures of their kids in the cute little playhouse and then tag us in it.
That's so cool.
That's smart. I love this.
It's very TikTokable, as you say.
Yeah. TikTok. It used to be Instagrammable, but now we're trying to figure out how to make things TikTokable.
So y'all have no mortgage on the property. No mortgage on the. Wow. So y'all really went all in.
Yeah.
The
house.
We took it.
House or.
We went all in with no clue of what we were doing. No clue if it was gonna work, but we had faith. And we can work hard, but we jumped all in.
Yeah, as much as I don't like Airbnb, VRBO, they really kept us afloat all the way up into our website. So they got their money's worth, though, out of us.
Yeah.
So I think we got the better deal out of that, though.
Yeah, we're not fans of them either, but you have a direct booking site. That's what's up.
Yeah, and how did y'all? I know it was TikTok was mostly it, but like. How are y'all able to pull out the other 30% away from Airbnb, VRBO, stuff like that to get on your direct booking sites?
Well, when they get here, what we do is Leah made some guest books that we have in each unit, and it's kind of a lot of information in there as far as like policies, social media account, and then of course our website.
And they're all
So-
designed, they look like magazines, so they're really beautiful. It's a beautiful experience because we want for every step of the way to be an experience. We're trying to create an experience every step, every part of it needs to fit that. So our little guest books, they're, you know, all beautifully designed, and we're trying to show them the best of the area. And then we splash in a save money, book direct. And so we have a whole page in our little book that talks about direct booking. But we also use Instagram, you know, mainly socials is what we're using. We don't have any ads. We don't pay for ads anywhere. We haven't done anything else. Mainly just social media, predominantly TikTok, and it's working. And then we do have the little flyers in the books for the guests that are here, so that we can hopefully they'll book direct next time.
Yeah.
There's so
And
much
if I
power
do-
in social media. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no kidding. And if I do go out and happen to see some of the guests who book through Airbnb or VRBO, you know, I will make it a point to tell them, like, hey guys, you know, we do have a website, you know, you're welcome to, you know, save some money and book through there. So I'll just throw that out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all we do.
That is awesome. Living the life.
Yeah, I learned a lot.
Yeah, meanwhile we get to live where we wanted to live, so it's just it's working out. Working out.
I love it. Y'all can make a movie about that. That's pretty cool.
For real. I straight learned a lot tonight. Like, dang, you've mastered social media and used it for its true purpose. Be social, then you can use it to grow your business. Like, literally, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with TikTok, it's so easy and it's so fun. Is the other thing. It's just fun, and you're experimenting, playing around with different things, and it's just fun.
It does take some time.
It is time consuming.
Yeah, it is time consuming just putting the content together.
Mhm.
But
if you know a young person, you just hire them to do it for you, and they can create them, they can make them. They know, young people know the culture of TikTok.
Mhm.
They know what's going to work. They know what people are watching, and you know, just hire a young person to
maybe
to do it
guide
for you.
them.
Yeah.
Maybe you can guide them to see if you can have them put it in a way that's gonna be marketable.
Yeah. Like, okay, so if y'all, let's say y'all were wanting to grow this podcast, right? You're wanting this podcast to start making you some money. You have 139 filmed episodes of content. And I'm sure you've seen Gary V's TikToks where he's just taking that old content and cropping it, chopping it up. So all of those little like Micah and Steve moments that y'all are posting in like a picture on Instagram, you could actually take your video and just 15 seconds of the best line said in a podcast, put that on TikTok, and then be like, full episode on YouTube, and then you're pushing everybody to YouTube. You have all the content. You have hours of filmed content that you could pay somebody to just kind of mine through to get out the gems that you're posting on TikTok, because you already have it filmed. That's the hardest part, is content creation, but you have a ton of content.
You know what's funny? I was at a podcast meetup, and the whole podcast meetup, they threw Gary V content up there. They're like, this is what you need to do. Gary V said, break this down, it turned into like a straight up Gary V event, and that is exactly what it is.
But it works. It's working. And the thing is this is why we listen to your podcast, because you provide so much value. And I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I feel like half the podcasts I listen to, it's the same people doing a book tour around. They're trying to sell their book tour. They're trying to sell their course. But because you guys are in the business, the questions that you guys ask are the same questions that we ask. The question, like it's so relevant.
Or we would want to know.
Or that we would want to know, questions that maybe we didn't even think of. So y'all have so much content and so much value, and so many more people could be seeing it, especially young people that are interested in getting into real estate, that are you have all the real estate guys on your TikTok. You said when you scroll through, it's all the real estate guys. Y'all could be putting that content out there, and monetize if you wanted. For example, if you wanted, that's what you could do.
Hell yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
You know, you're talking my language now. I'm like, hold up.
Yeah, it's
So
a
hold
whole
on.
different, it's a
So
whole
hold on,
different
like-
game with TikTok.
Let's say we were to chop up the content, because my issue with TikTok is, because especially now we have the video content, like you said. I know I could chop it up and use it on Instagram. I haven't really used Reels, but how would you chop it up and put it on TikTok? Like, what would be like if we have an hour worth of content, we took 15 seconds. How would you chop that up?
Yeah, so you could take like maybe Steve asks a question, right? Like he asked some question that's like one of those good questions. So you would crop it to him asking that question. And then maybe like Micah, maybe you make a face like he had that question, you were like, oh yeah. Then I would like take a clip of you reacting to his question, and then maybe get the next clip of the guest answering that question. Like you're chopping it all up and making it short. So it's not just what I'm looking at now with, the three of us over here, and you frame it, you crop it, frame it in on the guy asking the question, show the other guy's reaction. Like just now, your eyebrows went up. So, then I would flash it onto you with your reaction and then have the guy answer. So it's little bitty clips because people's attention spans are very short.
That's what they were saying on TikTok. People's attention spans are short, so it has to be direct to.
Really
And
fast.
guess what? We just made a little snippet right now.
Oh,
That's what's up.
they
That's
TikToked us. They TikToked us.
That's what's up. Because I at the beginning, I made an Instagram story about it. So that's what's up.
Yeah.
Now, the
Yeah.
Instagram thing, Mahogany, my wife's been really getting me on the Instagram thing, just posting stuff. And I've been really doing that lately. But yeah, the TikTok, okay, I got to get on there.
Now, does TikTok have like a software where you can crop and then put it in whatever position it on there, or do you have to do it on a third-party software?
I don't think cropping. No, I think that would have to be done on a third party. Chopping up the audio or the footage, yes, you can shorten it and make it longer and all of that. But cropping it, I don't think so. That would have to be a third party. Like that's where I would have your VA or hire somebody on Fiverr and tell them to either mine the content on their own, or you could say at 4 minutes and 5 seconds, he asked this question, this is what I want. And then they could use whatever editing software that they have to crop it and all that. Because you can't crop on TikTok that I know of. I've never done that.
Okay.
Man, you just gave me a mind full of ideas. Wow, I'm thinking like, whoa, you could really just get someone on Fiverr to do that. It's some TikTok. So I have a question. Can you use, I may have to test this, can you use TikTok on a internet browser like you could do Instagram or no?
I don't know about anymore. You couldn't, but then I don't know if they changed it or not. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think maybe you can watch them, but I don't know if you can make them unless that's a new feature. I've never tried. I just do it from my phone.
Okay.
This has been a great episode. Thank y'all guys for hopping on.
Yeah.
And we've learned so much, and I'm gonna start my TikTok probably, if not tonight, tomorrow, and I will be watching all y'all's content and learning, and then I have a 13-year-old daughter, she lives with her mom, but because she's all over that TikTok. I don't know what the heck she's doing on there. So I'm gonna run it by her and say, hey,
Yeah.
hey, you want to make a couple bucks?
She could teach
use
you.
the resources you have. I've been telling everybody your teenagers are a valuable resource when it comes to TikTok. So it's some father-daughter time and pick her brain.
Yeah, it's just frustrating. She's just on the phone all the time now. Like, oh shit, do something for me on that phone.
Yeah, exactly.
There
Put them
you
to
go.
work.
Might as well.
Oh man, Leah, Jake, y'all are awesome. This is going to be a very popular episode, and I know, and one of the reasons because y'all are going to TikTok the hell out of it, and it's gonna.
Please do, and tag us, please do.
Yeah.
Well, but maybe before we do, you should create TikTok.
Oh yeah.
We can tag you.
I have one for Live Let Thrive.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, I have one for Live Let Thrive.
And give me the login to that too, Micah. I want to throw some stuff in there.
Will do. Let me actually make sure. I know I'm following you guys in there.
TikTok, you don't stop.
Yeah.
So Micah's perusing his phone. Cool. We're on TikTok.
Yes,
Live
we
Let
are.
Thrive at TikTok, and we
Definitely
got
follow them.
the in between Texas, the THEINN between Texas on TikTok, whatever. That
Yeah.
y'all can find it. Y'all know how to do that.
Yeah, we'll put it in the. It'll be below in the comment section. So yeah, definitely check.
Cool.
it out.
So we get like a Live Let Thrive discount at Concan, Texas, or what's up?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can work that out. Yeah, that'd be great.
Nice. We'll throw some TikToking at y'all.
Yeah, we'll
sure.
definitely come down there. That is cool though. But yeah, thank y'all for coming on. I've been really excited to talk to y'all, and y'all finally here. So thank you.
All right.
Thank you for
Well,
having us.
guys.
Yeah.
yeah, hope to have y'all on again soon, and learn some more from you guys. Thanks so much.
Definitely. Thank y'all again.
Thank you.
All right. See you later.
Out.
Bye.
Peace.
Jake from State Farm. Oh, I didn't say it on the show. But man, my mind is blown. I'm gonna get on that TikTok and get my Dallas pad just blasted, man.
Yeah, that was. I'm really interested in hiring somebody on Fiverr to do it.
Teenager.
With not only the Airbnb but even the podcast. That's pretty dope.
I bet there's already.
And a lot of it, because the thing with TikTok is I get so confused on what to post. You know what I mean? Because most of the stuff that I see, like with realtors, they're posting like, "Hey, here's how to BRRRR a house. Here's how to be a first-time home buyer." So it's like we do fit that mold. You know what I mean?
But we're exciting though. We're exciting.
But that's what it is. It's excitement because they're dancing to music and showing you how to do stuff, man. This is one dude on there named Kang. I know Todd Baldwin phone. He's funny, but dude knows how to break down buying a house on his TikToks. It's hilarious. So
That's awesome. Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, another social media I got to get on.
Definitely, for sure,
It's
man.
a great show, man. Where can folks find us on TikTok?
Yeah, you can find us on TikTok, Instagram. You can email us at liveletthrive@gmail.com. Remember, if you are watching on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe, and hit us up if you need anything. And we are out.
Later.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Live, Let, Thrive. Be sure to tune in next week for all the latest in the world of Airbnb and all that entails. Bye-bye.